Hi friends, my name is Narasimha and I'm studying data science group in IIRE college. Today as a part of my subject basic, basic electrical engineering, I want to explain an concept named a topic named three-phase alternating quantity and advantages of single phase. Nowadays we all are aware of transformers which are getting used in our day-to-day life and the current passed through the transformer or in any meter are two types, one single phase and three phase. Today I want to say about the three phase alternating quantity and advantages of using single phase. So by entering the topic, three phase system. This means the system which has three phases, that is the current will pass through the three wires and there will be one neutral wire for passing the fault current to the earth is known as the three phase system. In the homes or the houses which we are getting aware of the wires, we can test in our houses also. There are three phase system in some of them. In three phases, two wires are current passing. Means the current which is passing to the houses are seen in the three wires. Two wires are current passing. One wire is a fault current. Means the earthing wire we say no, that is passed by the one of the neutral wire. While we see the birds standing on the wires, they do not get any electric shock, but when they stand with the contact of two wires, one of the neutral wire and another is a current flowing wire, they get electric shock and it may lead to the death of the bird. In other words, the system which uses three wires for generation, transmission, and distribution is known as a three-phase system. Next, the three-phase system is also used as a single-phase system if one of their phase and the neutral wire is taken out from it. The sum of the line currents in the three-phase system is equals to 0 and their phases are differentiated at an angle of 120 degrees. This means the three-phase system can be converted into single phase by taking off the neutral wire. I said an earthing wire. By taking off that, we can convert into single phase. And the sum of the line currents are the current which are passing through that line or through that wire. The sum of all three currents in that three-phase system is equals to 0. And their phases are differentiated at an angle of 120 degrees. So, the three-phase system has several advantages like it requires fewer conductors as compared to the single phase system. It also gives the continuous supply to the load and the three phase system has higher efficiency and minimum losses. In transformers, we have many losses like copper losses, iron losses, eddy current losses, etc. So, by using the three phase system, we have many advantages like there are more conductors to conduct electricity and compared to single phase system. It also gives continuous supply to the load. Nowadays, we need a continuous supply to houses or theaters or cinemas or the shopping malls. Everywhere, electricity is must and should. So, it will give non-stop means higher efficiency is provided by the three-phase system. And it's a small diagram of three-phase system and it's a rotor and it's a practical, normal theoretical diagram shown to you. And these are the waves passed from the three-phase system. Next, three-phase alternating quantity. Now we are going into the topic. One of the three-phase alternating quantity is three-phase current. Main alternating quantity to get explained is current. So, three-phase power can be defined as the common method of alternating. Three-phase power can be defined as the common method of alternating current, power generation, transmission, and distribution. It is a type of polyphase system and is the most common method used by electric grids worldwide to transfer power. The power of alternating current, which is also known as AC, fluctuates. For domestic use, for example, light bulbs, this is not a major problem since the wire in the light bulb will stay warm for the brief interval while the power drops. Means in olden days, the bulbs or the light bulbs which are used in the houses works on the voltage drop. Means if the voltage is low, the glow will be low. If the voltage is high, the glow will be more. But nowadays, we are using the LED lights. The use of the LED lights is that mainly advantage of the LED lights is whether the voltage is low or high, the glow will be constant. Neon lights, the example neon lights and your computer screen will blink, in fact, but faster than the human eye is able to perceive. For the operation of motors, etc., it is useful, however, to have a current with constant power. And this is a graph of voltage and time, and not the graph, it's a waves, running of waves. And we can observe that voltage and time, the waves are transmitting from the origin and getting transmitted in the three wire. This is a three-phase system, so we can see three colors: yellow, blue, and red. And the blue color is a neutral wire. I said na earthing wire, which carries the fault current. It starts from the origin. And the yellow and red are the wires which contains the current flowing through it. So this is the wave motion, and the frequency is recorded in this graph. It is indeed possible to obtain constant power from an AC system by having three separate power lines with alternating current, which run in parallel and where the current phase is shifted one third of the cycle. That means the red curve above is running one third of the cycle behind the blue curve, and the yellow curve is running two thirds of the cycle behind the blue curve. We can see that the comparison of yellow wire and red color wire is with the blue wire. The yellow color wire, we are seeing the red color curve above is running one third of the cycle, means it is running one third of the cycle. But compared to red wire, it is running two third of the cycle of the blue wire. Let us consider the whole parts are three. One third of the part of the running is recorded by the yellow wire, and two third of the part of the running is recorded by the red wire. And then blue wire is a neutral, gradual. This is the explanation of this. And the three-phase system explanation is completed here. Now we are into another topic, advantages over single phase. In transformers, there are single phase and three phase, which I explained before. But for each phase, there are advantages and as well as disadvantages on the other hand. Now, I want to explain only the advantages of the usage of over single phase. There are many benefits to single phase motors. For starters, there are two parts in the single phase, starter and the rotor. Starter means stationary object. For starters, single phase motors are less expensive to manufacture than most other type of motors. Single phase motors typically require very little maintenance, don't often require repairs, and when they do there, they are fairly easy to complete. Means friends, here the advantage of single phase is one and only the advantage is cost and the repair cost. For three phase, we need more maintenance cost, and for purchasing, we require much cost. So in basic use, not in bulk use, in basic use, we required single phase because it's of low cost and the maintenance is very little, and we will not get more often the repairs, and when they do are fairly easy to complete. And single phase is commonly called residential voltage for many reasons, one of which is that most homes use it. I said now friends, for basic use means not for bulk. Bulk example is cinema halls or the shopping malls. More power is required to it. So they will use three phase. And single phase, it's the power present in wall plugs. In switchboards, in commonly switchboards, we can see the single phase arrangement. This type of power relies on two wire conductors and to distribute power, which create a single sine wave, low voltage. Single phase system is more preferable for domestic use and where the requirement of power is less, which while three phase is more likely for industrial use and for transmission of the power. As we discussed earlier, single phase is required for when the power is required less, and the three phase required when more likely for industrial purpose. This is a small diagram of a single phase which contains main earthing terminal, earth block, and the meter. This is about the advantage of a single phase. The main advantage is cost and the maintenance is low. And this is a graph of a single phase, friends. This is a voltage, means the frequency of the wave, and time. In the three phase system, we observe three curves because there are three waves. But in single phase we are required only one wave because it indicates only one wire is required for power transmission. It starts from neutral and goes on in up and down. Thank you, friends, for listening to my lecture. I hope it is useful for you. Thank you for listening, friends. Thank you.